What's going on, guys? This is Chandler Smith, and one of the biggest questions I get asked is, Chandler, how much money should I put down on my home? I also get asked, should I use a 15 or a 30-year loan? And unfortunately for our generation, there are people out there like Dave Ramsay that are giving absolutely horrible advice for you, your net worth, your financial situation. And so in this video, I'm gonna answer these questions and help you understand the best way to go about purchasing a home. So with all of that being said, let's jump into it. When it comes to buying a home, he's given stupid advice like you should only buy a home if you have 20% down. Or even more stupid advice like you should only get a 15-year loan. I'm gonna explain why this is so idiotic with an example. Let's take this home. 1 year ago, this home could be purchased for $400,000. Now, if you were gonna buy that with 20% down, that would require $80,000. However, if you just put 5% down, that's only going to cost $20,000. That's a $60,000 difference just on your down payment. In this city, the average individual income is $27,000, and for a household, it's $55,000. That means if you were to set aside 1/3 of the average household income, which is a lot to save, it would take 3.3 years to save that extra $60,000 to be able to put down 20%. So if you're someone that needs an additional $60,000 to buy a house and you can set aside a 30-year income, it's only gonna take you 3.3 years to be able to afford this home. Or is it? I actually knew the answer to that because it is most definitely not, because this home went up in value by over 20% this year. As a matter of fact, nationwide, homes were going up in value by close to 20%, which means by waiting 1 year and setting aside 1/3 of the household income, which is about $18,000, this home has gone up in value by a full $80,000 or more, which means if you were gonna follow Dave Ramsay's advice, you would need an additional $20,000 to put down to be able to afford it 1 year later, which means you saved $18,000, but you'd need $20,000, and that's saving 1/3 of your income. Now, this doesn't happen every year, but you can see if you follow this advice, every year, you're an additional, nothing changes. You're still 3.3 years away, or maybe even more. Here's the kicker. Not only is a year gone by and you're not any closer to buying a home, but had you taken my advice and bought this home with only 5% down, if of course you had that much to be able to purchase it, your home has gone up by $80,000. That's $80,000 in equity, and guess what? Now you're within the realm of the rule that Dave gave you to begin with, because you now have an additional $80,000 that essentially is money of yours that is locked up in the property. Let's say you did have 20% down to buy this $400,000 house last year, and you did that instead of following my advice and putting 5% down. Well, guess what? If you do this on a 15-year loan, your payment is $2,300 a month for the next 15 years. Where if you had put 5% down and done a 30-year loan, your payment would only be $1,700. So you can save 20% down and pay $2,300 a month for 15 years, or you can just put 5% down and pay $1,700 a month for 30 years. Now, I get your argument that it's an extra 15 years, but here's the deal. Had you done this 1 year ago, you'd be $80,000 richer, where most people will sit and spin their wheels forever trying to save 20%, and they'll never get there. So 5 years goes down the road, they don't own a house, where whoever bought this house has now made a ton of money in equity that they can either pull out, they can refinance, they can move that money into a new home, they can do whatever they want, but they are substantially richer. Their net worth is drastically improved compared to the alternative, where if you're the guy waiting and saving and trying to come up with 20% down, you might not ever get there. So here's the deal. You can follow Dave Ramsay's advice and have year after year after year after year go by with never actually purchasing a home. And then when you finally do, you're gonna get pegged with a crappy payment. Why, guess what? The whole time you're most likely renting from someone else who is smart enough to buy a property and then rent it to you. And that money is money you're just throwing away, where you could be paying off a mortgage with a substantially lower payment and building massive equity because the property is going up in value. So you can choose whether you want to put 5% down and set yourself up and acquire a bunch of equity, or screw yourself over and put yourself in a place where you might never actually own a home. And if you do, years went by where these homes have skyrocketed in value and you end up with a trash home when you could live in a mansion and have a higher net worth by just getting into one right now. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, remember to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the little bell. And make sure that you check out my other videos, because this video has helped you understand the best way to purchase a home. However, there's so many other things that you can do if you understand debt and finances, where you can buy an investment property, you can house hack, you can rent out multiple properties. There's so many different things that you can do to put yourself way ahead, to build your net worth way more quickly than just saving your money and watching the value of that money depreciate in the process. So if you guys enjoyed this video, again, remember to smash the like button, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the other videos where my goal is to help you to build a huge passive income. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.